Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to a new artist for the channel. I believe I've heard this guy sing before, but I can't remember. I was getting a lot of requests for me to react to him singing, and actually in August, the second week of August, I'm gonna dub Whitney Week, and no, not for me, but for the legendary Whitney Houston. Her birthday is August 9th. So that whole week I have nothing but Whitney Houston covers. So I have Katrina's 2020 Whitney medley. I have Morissette singing Whitney Houston stuff, Ariana Grande, another one of this guy, and another artist by the name of Eric Santos, who will be new to the channel. I found his cover of Where Do Broken Hearts Go, and that's one of my favorite Whitney Houston songs. It's just super. But this is Gabriel Henrique singing I Will Always Love You. I mentioned in one of my Morissette videos where she sings I Have Nothing that a lot of people associate the song with the Bodyguard soundtrack because it's the most well-known song, but it's not my favorite off of that soundtrack. It's not my favorite song of Whitney's, but it is one of her most well-known songs, and it's actually a cover. The original was written and recorded by Dolly Parton back in like the 70s. It was when she was on the Porter Wagner show, and she was departing from the show, and that song was written for him. So, but of course you hear Whitney Houston's version more often than not, and her version will just take your heart out, rip it up and stomp on it, and just make you feel so sad, because the vocal arrangement on it is just damn near perfection. So I can't remember if I've heard this guy sing before or not. If I have, I don't remember what he sounds like or anything. So let's just see, because I've had a lot of people ask me to react to him. So let's just jump into this reaction and see what happens.
If I shouldn't stay, I will only be in your way. So I go, but I know I not think of you every step on your way. And will love you.
He's good.
My darling, baby, sweet memories. That is all I taking with me. So goodbye, please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need, and I will always love you.
His voice is so pretty.
Will always love you.
I even like his accent he has when he sings. It just sounds so sweet. I have the music video going through my head right now. His voice is amazing. I like him.
I hope life is sweet.
so
I
beautiful.
love you. I will love you. I'll always will love with you.
And again, okay, I know in the Philippines that they like to sit down and it's just like comfortable, and I can sing some songs sitting down. This, I don't think, is really one of them, unless I sit like completely straight up and have perfect posture and everything, then I can sing. But he's sort of like slouched over and singing like this is nothing. This song is not easy, but it's not hard if you're an experienced singer. I used to sing this song all the time, like in my car. It's not one that I would have picked for like a talent show or anything, because it's one of those songs that's just overdone. Especially like on like singing shows and stuff. Like if I hear someone start to sing this song, like, oh god. It's a nice song. It's just for like auditions or singing shows in general, there's just a handful of songs I'm just like, can those just not be used ever again? Because everyone tries to, we all know the riffs and we all know the belts and we all know the this, and like if we already know how the singer sings and we already know that they're gonna nail the song, unless they do something completely different vocally, like it's just not, to me it just seems like a waste of time to have this song, to have some songs on singing shows. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're not talking about those people. We're talking about this dude right here who just is chilling in his living room with his headphones on and what I'm assuming is a karaoke machine. Maybe. I don't know. Can't really tell. He is wearing headphones, so maybe it's his computer. I don't know. I'm just starting to ramble, but we're talking about this guy. And this guy, whew, those are some high notes he was hitting. And he hit them like they were nothing. So I need to hear more of him. So like I said, he will be coming back on my channel for the week of August. I'm going to be reacting to his song. I'm going to be reacting to his cover of Run to You. So that's a song that has a ton of runs, and it's from the same soundtrack and everything. I bet he blows it out of the water and it sounds super amazing, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to film that video. I might have to film it early because I want to hear it now. But wow, I really like him. I really like him, and he has a subtle accent when he sings. And like I said, I just think it's sweet. It doesn't sound, it's not too thick. You can understand what he's saying. But yeah, I really like him. He has a really good voice. I want to say I've heard him sing before. I just do not remember. But yeah, I'm really glad people were asking me to react to him, because I see so many people singing like on TikTok and Facebook and this place and that place. Like it's hard to keep up with who I've heard and who I haven't. But his name just sounds familiar. But I don't remember what his voice sounded like. So this was a very pleasant surprise. So, but I think I've rambled on long enough. So I'm going to call this video done. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things and tend to talk a lot, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome back. So today marks day 3 of Whitney Houston week, and today's video is going to be me reacting to Gabriel Henrique. I've reacted to him one other time, and it was when he sang I Will Always Love You. This video is him singing Run to You. It was between this one and I Have Nothing, and since I had planned on doing a reaction to Whitney Houston singing I Have Nothing, I didn't want to have the same song pop up twice, so I thought I would do Run to You. This is one of those songs that is just nostalgic and beautiful, and I just love it. So I've only heard him sing one other time, so I know that he can do all these runs and he can hit all these high notes, and I'm just excited because this is one of my favorite songs. So let's just see what happens. too.
I know that when you look at me, there's so much that you just won't see, but if you would only take the time, I know in my heart that you'd find.
So pretty.
Oh, boys get sometimes who isn't always strong. Can't you see the heart of me? I feel so all alone. I wanna run to you. I wanna run to you.
You can see when he sings the word run, his jaw sort of shakes. That doesn't look like it's a forced thing. Like, you can usually tell when people are doing it to make it look like they know what they're doing with their vibrato. But for it to just come out like that, just run. I can't do it because I don't need to move my mouth up and down whenever I sing that particular word of this song. I can mostly control it like here. I don't need to do anything with my jaw. But his vibrato was so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Won't you hold me in your arms and keep me safe and home? I wanna run to you, but if I come to you, tell me where you stay, or will you run away? Each day I play along of someone always in control, but at night I come home and turn the key. There's nobody there, no one cares for me. Oh, what the sense of trying hard to fly a dreams without someone to share it with? Tell me what does it mean? Oh,
man, that was epic.
I wanna run to you. Won't you hold me in your arms and keep me safe from harm? I wanna run to you, but if I come to you, tell me where you stay, or will you run away? Run away. I need you here. I need you here to wipe away my tears, to kiss away my fears. Oh, if you wanna know,
What?
I wanna run to you.
What?
Won't you hold me in your arms and keep me safe to you? But if I come to you, tell me where you stay, or will you run away?
Y'all did not tell me he can do a whistle. How dare you? That was not expected at all. I was not expecting him to hit any particular high note, and then he pulls that out, and then he does it again, and I didn't have time to recover from hearing the first whistle, and then he throws in another whistle, and then oh my, what I didn't know. But y'all did not tell me that. I learned from my first video that he is in Brazil and that he is a really good singer and that he had a big range, but I didn't know how big. That's huge. Dudes normally can't whistle. The only other person I've known that can do that is Dimash. See, this is what I'm talking about. In my previous video of Morissette singing I Want to Dance with Somebody, and I've mentioned it many other times, but you have these artists, you have these just singers in, you know, random little pockets of the world, and they're well known there. They might be well known on the internet, but they don't have all the commercial success that they deserve. This homie needs to be up there with the greats because he is phenomenal. I'm mad now. I am mad that he is only known basically on the internet and in Brazil. I'm assuming he's well known in Brazil. If he's not, then why? But once this whole pandemic nonsense is over, these singers that are on YouTube that are, you know, doing their thing and being amazing and having these rad vocal ranges, they need to come and take over the world, because I am getting so sick and tired of all these American artists. It's not about the craft anymore. It's not about the craft anymore in America. It's about what can sell. And we all know sex sells, and so all these people coming in get over sexualized, and I don't find that empowering at all. I find it kind of gross. I wish that we could go back to, you know, like the 90s when, yeah, you know, some of the sexualized stuff was there, whatever. At least they were vocally talented and they didn't rely on, you know, auto-tune and all this hoopla that they have now. It's just so frustrating. I'm gonna go on another tangent if I keep talking, but I'm so disappointed that he is not known all over the place. He needs to be. I'm just gonna get mad if I keep talking about how disappointed I am that he's not known everywhere. I need to react to more of his stuff so the world knows of his greatness. But I'm gonna wrap this video up because I think I'm going to give myself a heart attack. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things and get a little passionate about my frustrations with the entertainment industry in America, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out. I will see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Gabriel Henrique singing I Believe in You and Me by Whitney Houston. This was on the Preacher's Wife soundtrack. This is one of my favorite Whitney Houston songs. I think I say that about every single song that I react to when it comes to Whitney Houston songs, but I mean it this time. There's just certain little thingies in the song that she does that I just find very I find very just lovely, and I love it when other singers do it too. And I know that he does Whitney Houston songs justice, and he even throws in whistles sometimes like he did in Run to You. So I don't know if he'll do that with this song or not, but we'll see. He looks serious again, so I think he's gonna bring it. So let's just jump into the reaction.
Baby, I believe in you. I believe that we'll be one eternally. And as far as I can see, true, and I believe in dreams again.
So I was kind of hoping he would do that one riff on after "For Me." Oh yes, you will. I don't know why. I just like that little. There's like this little lilt in it, and it's subtle, but it's I just love it. But my favorite part is coming up, and if he doesn't do it, I'll be a little sad, but I'll understand. But let's just see if he does it first.
Believe in dreams again. I believe that life will never end, and like the river finds the sea was lost. Now I'm free, 'cause I believe in you and me. I never leave your side, I never hurt your pride. When all the shifting down, baby, I will always be around it, just to be right here. You are my love, you know I love you. I'll never leave you out. I'll always let you in. Oh baby, your place is no one ever been. Deep inside, can't you see that I believe in you and me? Oh, maybe I'm a fool to feel the way I do. You play the fool forever, just to be with you forever. I believe in myself. I love is the miracle. And yes, baby, you're my dream come true. Cause I believe, I do believe in you, me. Serious love.
His falsetto, man, I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Cause I believe in you and me.
Falsetto, and I will never get sick of it. That was so pretty. Oh my goodness, sir. Like, what? Oh, Mr. Man. I will never get sick of his falsetto. I will never get sick of his whistles. I will never get sick of his runs. He's special, I'm telling you. I love when he sings Whitney Houston songs. Like, clearly, that's like the mostly I've reacted to his Whitney Houston covers. But he's just so good. There were some, aside from that one itty bitty little slight riff that I mentioned earlier, he hit every riff. He even made up riffs, and they were just so fantastic. And his range in this song, let's just talk about that for a second. I thought he was going to hit a whistle. He almost hit a whistle, but then he didn't do it. But that's okay. That's okay. This song doesn't need a whistle. It just makes it a little more extra, but it doesn't need that. This song was perfect the way it was. But oh my goodness. I could listen to him sing Whitney Houston songs all day long and be completely happy. But he did my favorite riff, the "and like the river finds the sea." I love how the word "sea" runs into the word "I." I just think it sounds beautiful. And Katrina Velarde did that in her Whitney Houston medley that I've reacted to. And I mentioned it there because I think she changed it. She doesn't do it, I don't believe. But still, I love the way she sang the song too. But I'm just happy that he did it because that's like my favorite part in the entire song. But anyway, I'm gonna have to wrap this video up because I'm just like it's like the last couple of times I've reacted to him, I just like have to kind of come down out of the sky because I just get so blown away by his voice and his abilities. It's just, I just need a break for a second. So I'm going to end this video here. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things and sort of ramble a little bit here and there, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, we are finally reacting to Gabriel Henrique singing "I Have Nothing" by Whitney Houston. It's been a long time coming. I am pretty sure I've seen a clip of this on TikTok, but I didn't watch it all the way through. But I do remember seeing like a clip, a few seconds of him singing this song, and I just kept scrolling. I don't know why I did that. Forgive me. But I see a lot of people on TikTok who think they could sing and they cannot. And at the time, when I saw like maybe the few seconds of this that I've seen, I wasn't looking for singers at the time, so I just kept going. Had I known who he was and what he was capable of, I would have stopped immediately and watched. But I did not, because I didn't know who he was. But we are finally going to be, I'm finally going to be reacting to him singing "I Have Nothing" by Whitney Houston. Y'all know this. This is one of my favorite Whitney Houston songs ever. Ever. Obviously, Whitney Houston did not have a whistle in this song, but that did not stop him from putting a whistle in "Run to You." So I'm wondering if he will have a whistle in this one, because it is Gabriel Henrique and he likes to throw those in there just for fun to throw me off. Y'all, the sun just keeps messing with me. It gets dark and then it gets really bright and happy like this, and then it's going to go away in like 5 seconds. Watch. But anyway, see, there it goes. But we're going to jump into this right now.
Share my life, take me for all I am, 'cause I never taste all my colors for you. Take my love, I
that was so pretty.
ask for too much. Just all that you are, with everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much farther. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I don't hold it back again. That special inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hold. We're gonna make love for mother. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay my arms if you there. I must stay matching you there. Don't walk away from me. I have nothing but your love. No, I never knew love like tonight with lose. We are memories survive. All I can hold on to. I don't really need to look very much farther. I do what I have to go where you don't follow. I hold back again this passion inside. Can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hold. Remember forever. Don't make me collide one mother. I don't wanna hold anymore. Stay my arms if you there. I must stay imagine you there. Don't walk away from me. No, I have nothing, nothing, nothing. Don't make me close one mother. I don't wanna hold anymore. Stay.
I knew it. I knew it.
Don't walk away from me. No, take away from me. Don't you dare run away from me. Oh, I have nothing, nothing, nothing. If I don't have you, if I don't have you.
I loved it so much. I had a feeling by the way he sang the chorus the first time, the way he sang "Stay in My Arms If You Dare," I felt it in my bones and into my core that on the word arms at some point he was going to throw a whistle in there, and he did. I was like, oh, I felt so vindicated knowing that I predicted that in my head. I just did not verbalize it because I figured I'd lose my train of thought. And I like how he changed at the very end. So at the very end of the song where she says, I have nothing, 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 he changed it up and he did that he did with the fancy riff and the higher notes. Oh, it was still lovely. Oh my gosh. I will never get over his range and his falsetto and his runs and his whistle and all that stuff. Like, how? I just don't know how he does all of that, because his voice is so crazy. And like, I think I'm starting to get a feel for how he's going to sing certain songs. Like this one, I had a feeling if he was going to put a whistle in there, as soon as he sang that first chorus, I was like, that's where it's going to be. If he puts one in here, it's going to be right there somewhere, either in the second chorus or at the very end, as, you know, as a final ta-da, that he, like, look what I can do. Which, oh man, I love when he does that, when he throws in whistle notes just because he can. And I like that he places them in very, like, methodical places. He doesn't just, like, throw whistles out there just to do it. He puts them in places where it makes sense. So, like, this song, that part, it made sense for him to put a whistle there. It was just slap you in the face fantastic. And I'm not going to get over it anytime soon. But I think I'm going to have to end this video here, because I'm just going to keep rambling about that whistle note and how fantastic it was and how amazing he is. And oh my gosh. He could sing Whitney Houston songs all day and I would be completely happy. But I I think I'm going to end this video here. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to, it's officially Whitney Houston week. Are we excited? I'm excited. We're kicking it off with Gabriel Henrique because Sundays are Gabriel Henrique Day, and well, Gabriel Henrique might not have certain songs for these themes that are coming up. He's still gonna get a day on Sunday. It might not be related to the theme week, but that's okay. But this time he does have some songs that are relevant, so he's gonna actually be making an appearance a couple times this week. We're kicking it off though with his cover of The Greatest Love of All, which has been requested since I've started reacting to him, because my first song that I reacted to him was Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You, which I normally don't react to singers sing that song because it's, you know, one of those songs that gets overdone, especially like on singing shows. It's always the same arrangements, same belts, same runs, same riff, same everything. And yeah, it's impressive, I guess, when singers can sing that song. But a lot of just plain Jane people like me can also sing that song like Whitney Houston's arrangement. And I don't know, I'm over it. I'm over that song for the most part. But I wanted to react to Gabriel Henrique and I was like, well, I haven't heard this song in a while, so let's just see what happens. And then I became obsessed. So here we are. I think I have about 20 videos of him so far, thanks to me having Gabriel Henrique week earlier this month, which happened to land on the week of his birthday, which didn't know that. I'd actually been trying to find when his birthday was so I could have a Gabriel Henrique week for his birthday, and just some serendipitous thing I happened to pick a week randomly and it happened to be the week that it fell on his birthday. What are the odds? Anyway, we're just gonna jump into this reaction because y'all have been asking for it. And here I am reacting to The Greatest Love of All. So here we go.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and then let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how they used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to love to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be.
He's very expressive
so
when he sings.
Learning to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in your shadows. If I fade, if I succeed, at least I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and then let them lead the way.
Very
Show them
expressive.
all the
I love it.
beauty they possess
His
inside.
belts are amazing.
Give
All those riffs he's sitting.
sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter among us how they used to be. I saw you long ago, never to walk in any old shadow. If I fell, if I succeed, at least I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all, it's happening to me.
I was waiting for
I
that.
found
Sounds so pretty.
greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all. I need to love myself. Is the greatest love of all. And if by chance there's special place that you've been doing love, lead you to a lower place. Find your strength in love.
I tried to go with him there, but I almost ran out of breath. Oh my goodness. And he was doing that more in full voice. I'm all like just hanging out here going, love. And he's all, I'm not going to do it because my toddler's sleeping, but he's belting. I can't belt right now. I wouldn't be able to belt that out for that long. I was surprised I lasted that long just in like my head voice. Whew. He's something. He is something. My goodness. Man. Like I mentioned, him singing Whitney Houston is like my favorite thing. I like him singing Whitney Houston songs, Mariah Carey songs, and gospel songs. Those three, that's like the Gabriel Henrique trinity for me, is Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and gospel. I don't really have anything to say except, Mr. Man. I like this song already, but it always makes me think of, did y'all ever see School of Rock with Jack Black? There's this, it's a movie where it's this, rock star wannabe guy. He's in a band, but he always tries to make it about him, and he gets kicked out, and he's needing money for rent. So he poses as his brother, who is a substitute teacher, and he gets this call. Well, his brother technically gets this call that they need a substitute, like ASAP, at this fancy hoity-toity rich school. And so he goes, and he finds out that this kids can all play these instruments. And so he's like, So he makes the kids his new band. And it's a really fun movie if you haven't seen it. It's one of my favorites. But there's a scene where he's having lunch with some other teachers, and he goes, I believe the children are our future. We just need to let them lead the way. That's what I decided long ago. Like, he just makes like a conversation, like speaking it, and someone goes, isn't that a song? He goes, no, I don't believe it is.
I say no testing, and I will tell you why, Joe. Gabe, I believe that the children are the future. Now listen, you can teach them well, but buddy, you have got to let them lead the way. Let the children's laughter just remind us how we used to be. That's what I decided long ago.
Isn't that a song?
No. I don't think so. No, it isn't.
Sure.
I just thought it was funny. But that's what that song always makes me think of. Even though I had heard the song obviously way before School of Rock came out. But still, that's where my mind goes, is Jack Black sitting in a cafeteria quoting it. I love how expressive he is when he sings. He's very, very expressive with his hands. And I think even in Oh Happy Day, he does like this, which I'm part Italian. Like, I have Italian ancestry, Sicilian technically, but we're not gonna split hairs. And I know that Brazil has, you know, a huge Italian immigrant population. One of my friends on here, he makes YouTube videos. His name is Rafael Di Furia. He actually is, I qualify for it too, but he makes videos about Italian citizenship, and he lived in Italy for about 5 years. But I believe he's actually Brazilian, but he has Italian ancestry. I think it was his grandfather that's Italian. Rafi, if you ever see this video, can you correct me? Because I'm pretty sure I'm completely wrong in some of this, but I believe he's Brazilian, and I think it was his grandfather who's Italian. But he actually moved to Portugal recently, so he's having to relearn Portuguese, so that's pretty fun. But yeah, I'll link his channel down there if you want to go check him out. He just moved to Portugal, and he's going to be making videos about what it's like living there and everything. Anyway, I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, Italian stuff. But I noticed that Gabriel did this, so I wonder if he has some Italian lineage at all, or if that's just, is this just an expression that y'all do in Brazil? It has nothing to do with being Italian, because that's what I associate this with, is that it's like an Italian mannerism that they do when they're trying to make their point across, especially if they use two hands. He's just so expressive when he sings, and then with that song, he was just such a powerhouse vocalist. Like, sir. But I think I'm going to end this video here. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things, and occasionally we'll have theme week months, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome back. So welcome to the final video for Whitney Houston week. We've had a lot of fun this week. But we are going to be wrapping it up with Gabriel Henrique. So Gabriel started this week, he's going to end this week. So I have my chopsticks out here just in case I need to put my hair up, because sometimes I just need to. Gabriel started this week with Greatest Love of All, and now he's going to be wrapping it up with I Look to You off of Shadow, Brazil. I think I have an idea of what that show is about. I saw an opening of him singing Oh Happy Day, and I was like, wait, I need to stop and I'll react to this later. But it looks like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just going by what I observed for like 5 seconds. It's kind of like The Voice, except instead of not seeing them at all, you see like a silhouette of this person. Is that sort of like the idea? And then that's like the audition process, and then you get to see them for the rest of the show. So is that how it goes? So like their audition, they just see like a silhouette of someone singing, and that's all they get. And then once they reveal themselves, then you see the person actually for the rest of the show's entirety. Is that how that goes? If so, let me know, because I'm curious. I've been getting this song requested to me, and I saw that he has a performance of it like in his house also, but I think I've been getting requested to react to this particular performance of him on Shadow. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna jump into it and go. Okay.
Música mais.
As I lay me down, heaven heal me now. I'm lost without the cause. I forgive you with my own. Won't you strong heaven, and I can my son. After all that I've been through, oh, one look and I turn to. I look to you. I look to you. After all, we're still is gone, and you are here and strong. I look to you. need your eyes no more. Searching for the open door.
Goosebumps.
I'm ever alone that I take care. Let your mind regret. What I'm wondering if I gon' make it.
Ryan.
Nothing to do believe my head. I look to you. Oh, yeah. After all my strength is gone, and you carry strong. I look to you. I look to you. Oh, yeah. And the melodies are gone, yeah. And you are here a song. I look to you.
So good.
Hello, come and tell me, yeah. Woo! Set me free. Take me far away from better. I need to shine for me. I look to you. I look to you. After all my strength is gone, and you can be strong. I look to you. I look to you. Oh, yeah. And the melodies are gone, yeah. And you hear a song. I look to you. Yeah. I look to you. Ooh, I look to you.
Sir,
Obrigado.
that wasn't even a gospel song and he made me cry. It wasn't very long. It just like, he just like struck a chord on me and I don't know. I don't know. I need a second. Mr. Man. I don't know what it is about the way he sings, but something about the way he sings certain songs just hit me like a ton of bricks. And there's not really anything I can do about it. He's got a lot of oomph when he sings. That's all I know how to say. He's got a lot of oomph. And just the way he decided to sing, you know, that song. He didn't even have to sing gospel and he made me cry. If you saw me make a face at the beginning of him singing, I kind of went like, That was just because I saw who wrote the song. I totally forgot about that. I am not an R. Kelly fan. I'm on the fence of reacting to cover songs that are songs of his. Because I'd rather not give him the attention or the money. And I really don't want any monetary things that could be coming off of my videos to go to him. Which is why I dispute claims anyway. Because what I am doing is considered fair use. But he's just not... He's not a good guy. Not a good guy. So that's kind of why I made that snicker. I was like, R. Kelly wrote this. Damn it. But oh well. It wasn't technically a R. Kelly song. It's a Whitney Houston song. He just happened to write it. But anyway. We are moving on. That was really good. I love that show. I like all the glittery sounds that come down whenever they push their buttons. I'm guessing that is like their way of giving kudos to them, which is fun. I'm gonna end this video here because I'm just gonna keep rambling. So that's been it for this video. That's been it for Whitney Houston week. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things and I have theme weeks from time to time here on this channel, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to another reaction video from yours truly. Today's video is going to be one of Gabriel Henrique's latest releases. He had been sick, I believe is what I've read in the comments. He had the flu and wasn't able to sing, so he was taking a break, as was I. I guess he started to feel better and he just started posting stuff all over the place. Last month I did a Whitney Houston theme week, and of course I had to feature him a couple times because he's covered so many Whitney Houston songs. But he ended up releasing another Whitney Houston song, and I was like, well, I just did a Whitney Houston week, but that's okay. We're gonna react to it anyway because this is a really good song. I don't know if y'all do this in Brazil, but here in the States, a lot of times when you're graduating high school, you have a class song. Like, I graduated in 2006, and I wanted our song to be Don't Stop by Fleetwood Mac. That's the song I wanted our class song to be. Our class song ended up being Photographed by Nickelback, which makes no damn sense because it's about dropping out of school and then wanting to go back to school. Whatever. Anyway, this is one of those songs that is popular to have as a class song. This would have been a really good class song for us too, but where I went to school, this was, no. Whitney Houston would not have been on anybody's radar as a potential class song candidate. But if anyone out there is a graduating senior and y'all are wondering, what should our class song be? If that's even still a thing. I don't even know. But if y'all are still looking for a class song, this is a good song as a class song. It's his cover of One Moment in Time. This is just a really fun song to sing. It has a lot of belts, it has a lot of power, and he's got both of those things. And y'all already know I love him. He's like one of my favorite people in the world right now, and I can't get enough of him at all. So we're just gonna jump into the reaction. I'm gonna stop rambling and we're just gonna go.
Each day I live, I want to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not on my finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart for every game. True taste is sweet. I face the pain. I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. Now away, and the answer and all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I waste it with destiny, yeah. And in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. I've lived to be the very best. I want it all, no time for less. I've laid the place, now laid the chains here in my hands. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams when I hope be and the answer at all to me. Give me on.
Ooh, that run was so pretty and clean.
Time when I'm racing with destiny.
I love the grit he has in that song, or on that word.
In that one moment of the time, I will feel eternity. Oh, you're enough for a lifetime. If you seize that one moment in time, make it shine. Give me your time. When I'm old.
Real quick, I did not think he was gonna whistle because as a singer myself, I know that when you've been sick, especially if you got drainage and all kinds of nastiness going on in your throat, if you try to go too high or too low and you're still not feeling very good, it can sometimes crack and just not come out. It just won't. And that's what I thought he was doing. I thought he was kind of, because I noticed he was singing, he wasn't belting, he wasn't doing too many runs, he was just sort of staying in a mid-range, not doing a whole bunch of stuff that I know he can do. So I was thinking maybe he's just holding back because he's been sick, or he's trying to hold off doing any big belts or something, because I know the end of this song is very belty and very like demanding vocally. So it's like, well, maybe he's just gonna nail all those belts there at the very end, and he's just holding back for that reason. So the whistle was not on my radar. I did not think he was going to do that. And then he actually sings words in his whistle register. What was that? And then he actually sings words in his whistle register. That's not easy. I mean, whistling isn't even not like whistle, but using, like, singing actual words in your whistle register it's difficult, is what I've been told. I can just hit notes. I can't like sing words in any part of any whistle register that I have or had. That's just, sir. He never disappoints me. Ever. Like, even if he did decide to hold back like the entire time and not do any belts, no riffs, no fancy things at all, I still would have really loved it because it's him and I just love the way he sounds and I love the way he sings. But I know that but because he had been sick, I just wasn't expecting him to still do all that stuff, especially the whistle, like I said, and I just kind of like malfunctioned there for a second. I wasn't expecting it. I love the grit the way he sang the word destiny. It came out with this gritty sound and I just liked it so much. Like I've mentioned in many videos, I love when he sings Whitney Houston songs. There's just something about him when he sings her stuff. It's just magical and I just love it so much. I know he knows what he's doing as far as like taking care of his voice and everything, but I just hope that he continues to take care of his voice, because I would be a very, very sad panda if he ever damaged his vocals for any reason, be it accidental or otherwise. But I think he did good. He took a break, and he let his voice rest. He didn't try to do too much with the song. Like, so I have an idea of how Whitney Houston would have sang the song live. I don't think I've actually heard her sing it live before, but I know that she would have done very fun embellishments and bigger belts and just all these different things, and I know that he probably would have done that too originally. It's just, like I've mentioned, it being sick, especially if you have some nastiness in your throat, the last thing you want to do is push your voice too far, because you can damage your voice, and it's just, it would just be bad, and he would have probably been out of commission way longer than, you know, just a couple days. So I'm glad that he did hold back a little bit. I know that he could have done a lot more with it, because I know what he's vocally capable of, but I also liked the simplicity of this performance. It was just very nice, and I just liked it. So, but I think I'm gonna end this video here. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. And as of filming this, it's not the case, but when this video goes live, it's my birthday! Woo! I'm 34. Because it's my birthday and I want to do whatever I want, I'm going to be reacting to Gabriel Henrique covering more Whitney Houston, because I love when he sings Whitney Houston songs. It's one of my favorite things in the entire world. And I decided to react to him singing All the Man That I Need, because this has been highly requested, but it's just a good song. It's just a good song. And I love when he sings Whitney Houston songs anyway. So I'm just gonna jump into the video. I'm gonna stop talking and just dive in right now.
Myself, just sleep at night, but there is hope. Before she came, I fought heart to heart to turn out right, but now you're here. It's not the same. It's not the same. You fill me up, you give me love.
Woo!
Love, then I ever see. You are I come, you are I come this world, but it's all the one that I need. In the morning, I kisses us. You take me down and walk me slow. In the morning, and the moon is out. You hold me.
Sounds so pretty when he does that.
And won't let go. You won't let go. You fill me up, you give me love, more love than I ever see.
Ah, sounds so pretty.
You are I come this world, but it's all the one that I need.
That sounds so pretty. I love it so much. Ooh, that run was so pretty. Dude, I love how he sings. Just, you know, point blank period. He can sing whatever he wants and I'm gonna love it no matter what it is. But I do have my favorites, and him singing Whitney Houston is definitely a favorite. So happy birthday to me. He sang Whitney Houston. I don't know. I don't have anything really to say. Normally I have like a plethora of things that I need to say, but I don't know what to say right now. He's just good. And all those runs, like when he got up into his falsetto, all of his runs were so clean and pretty. And all, I need to relax for a second. He has such good control over his voice too. His voice, I've never heard his voice like crack or go flat or do anything weird, indicating that he's not doing anything, indicating that he's doing something incorrectly or like out of his comfort zone with his voice. His vocal range is just huge, and he has extremely good control over all of it. And the little thingies he decides to do, like his little woo things, oh, I love those. I did like how he changed the word love. Let me find it in the Whitney Houston version, because I'm gonna try to do it and I'll do it wrong. The way he decided to sing the word love, I liked, because Whitney usually did this different, like, love. Like she did this for the last syllable, love. I can't do it right now. I'll try to do it and insert it somewhere else.
A few moments later.
He gives me love. I just like how he sang the song. It was just so pretty, and like he put all these like fun riffs and went up into his falsetto. Like every time he sings a Whitney Houston song, it's like the most effortless thing for him. It's just so, I just love listening to him sing Whitney Houston. I'm just gonna keep rambling about that, so I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm gonna end this video here before I keep rambling. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things, then please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! And happy birthday to me! Hey guys, so I'm like, this is my attempt of coming back. It's been a while. I think the last time I actually sat down and made a video like this, like a reaction video, it's been well over 2 months. Just a lot of stuff came up, and then I had my migraine incident, and for the longest time, for like at least 2 or 3 weeks afterwards, I still had problems with high pitches and really loud sounds. That seems to have subsided for a little, at least for the time being. Today is the 15th, so on the 20th, next Monday, I see the neurologist to see what he thinks. I mean, I'm sure it's just migraines, but he wants to make sure, he wants to rule out some stuff. The main thing is he wants to rule out meningitis, which sounds terrifying, which I think if I had meningitis by now, I would have known, because it's pretty deadly. So my goal for like this week and next week is to batch film Gabriel videos and Morissette videos. That seems to be my primary audience on this channel, is Gabriel and Morissette. I am going to try to filter in other artists as well, but I want to try to batch film those two artists just so I have something to go out. So I want to get back into like the algorithm and everything, so you know, other people find me and all of that YouTube creator stuff. Anyway, so this first video of Gabriel that I'm going to be reacting to is him singing I Have Nothing in the car. I think I'm going to call this segment, as long as he does these, I'm going to call this segment of Gabriel Henrique, I'm going to call it Gabriel Henrique's Cartoons. Like cartoons, like the animated things you watch, but spell it C-A-R-T-U-N-E-S. That is not my original idea. I just want to get that out of the way. My friend Vicky used to do the same thing. She used to sing in her car and she called them her cartoons. And I thought it was funny because I'm a sucker for a good pun. And I love dad jokes too. So anyway, I'm assuming he started doing these because I know he gets a lot of crap from people saying that's not really him singing. There's no way that that's his real voice. And he'll do these short clips on TikTok of him, you know, hitting whistle notes and stuff, and people still seem to think that it's not him, which is just preposterous. But anyway, we're gonna start with I Have Nothing. Next week's video will either be I Want to Know What Love Is or One Sweet Day. I haven't decided yet, but here we go. Oh, we did the same thing. That's funny.
Share my life, take me for all that I am, 'cause I never chance, I'll make a lot for you.
The acoustics in a car are really good.
Take my life, I never ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do. I do we need to look where it's much farther. I go when I had to go where you don't follow.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Back again, it's special inside. Get your own for myself. There's nowhere to hold. Don't make me love one more. I don't know anymore. Stay by you till you there.
I love that grit sound. That falsetto, you guys know I love that part.
You see through right to the heart of me. You breathe on my arms with the strength of your love.
Sir. 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 I kind of knew what to expect because I have heard him sing this song before. But there seems to be so much more rasp and so much more grit in this version. And it sounds like he's in so much pain. And I know I've said it before, I don't know anything about his love life or if he's ever had his heart broken, but sir, you make it sound like you've had your heart stomped on every time you sing like that. Oh my goodness. And I know that I've said this too, that if anyone has broken this poor man's heart, and if I ever meet them, I will smack them silly because, But Mr. Man, that was, I think that was better than, well, probably because that video was older. He's probably like learned better. He might, maybe he's doing something different with his placement or something, because that video that the first video I reacted to of him singing this was older, so I'm sure he's, you know, found different techniques of projecting and stuff. And like I said, it wasn't, this one was more raspy than the original, so I'm guessing he has a slightly new style when it comes to this song, which is totally fine with me. I love the rasp. It sounds awesome. I'm just gonna keep rambling and repeating myself. So I think I'm gonna end this video here. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things and sometimes rant about, you know, the same thing over and over again, then please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Hey guys, and welcome back to another video of Mr. Gabriel Henrique. It's another video from him singing in the car, so it's yet another reaction to the cartoons. He's singing another Whitney Houston song. It's my favorite one of my favorite Whitney Houston songs. Top songs of Whitney Houston's are Run to You and I Have Nothing. Basically, like early 90s Whitney is my favorite, especially like the Bodyguard soundtrack. That's just one of my favorites. If you're someone who's watched my channel before, you know these few things, that I love Gabriel Henrique. I love Whitney Houston. I love when Gabriel sings Whitney Houston. I love when Gabriel sings in the car. I love this era of Whitney Houston music. I love Whitney Houston's vocal runs. I know that Whitney doesn't have whistles in a lot of her songs. I don't believe she had a whistle register, but sometimes he throws those in. And Run to You, the older video of his, was the first time I heard him whistle and lost my mind. I will insert a clip here. Yeah, y'all were, y'all don't tell me when he's gonna whistle. Y'all didn't tell me he could whistle, and I was really thrown off by that. And now I'm wondering if he's gonna put it in the same place or if he's gonna whistle at all. I really don't know what to expect, except it's just going to be in his car. And I've mentioned in the last few videos of him in the car that singing in the car has really great acoustics and it just sounds great. So I'm going to stop talking and we're just going to jump into the reaction, because I've been wanting to watch this video since it came out and I've had a lot of stuff going on and I haven't had time to sit down and make a video. So here we go. Already.
When you look at me, there's so much that you just don't see. But if you had only taken time, I know in my heart you find.
I normally don't pause this early in his songs, but I love how he's doing those lilts. So at the very beginning, I know that when you look at me, it's just so pretty, so pretty. And he does it, so, it's so just like lilty, and I just love it so much.
Oh, girls get so tired.
Ooh, I like that.
Always strong. Can't you see the hold of me? I feel so alone. I wanna love you. I wanna love you.
His vibrato is ooh.
Hold me in your arms and keep me safe and calm. I wanna love you.
He did the little thing here. I don't think he did that originally. The run, like, I don't need to do that with my jaw. Some singers do, I don't. I can like control my vibrato just in my throat. It sounds really weird, but like if you watch some singers like Ariana Grande, she does this like thing with her jaw and it freaks me out. I don't know if she just has to do that or if she does that to make it, I don't know. Like I said, some singers have to do it, others don't. I don't have to, but I know that his voice sounds slightly different in this one than, you know, the older video. And I know that he's been working with the vocal, I don't know if she's a vocal coach or I don't know who she is. I've seen her on his Instagram where he's like doing this, like these breathing things, like he's trying to keep up like his vocal stamina, I guess. So I guess she is some sort of vocal coach. I'm really not sure who she is because, you know, they're speaking in Portuguese and there's no subtitles, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But I know that he's been working with somebody in some capacity with his voice or something for vocal health of some sort. I'm not sure what she is, but if y'all could tell me who she is, that would be great because I was curious who that is. I just saw him like breathing in this thing, like trying to keep this like ball thing up, and I saw the caption and it said something about keeping his voice healthy or something. Like I said, I don't know who she is. I don't know if she's a vocal coach or who she is, but whatever it is that he's been doing here lately, his voice has changed just a little bit. I've said this about Morissette too because she's found a different placement in how she decides to sing. She's not doing certain things as much, like whistles, her voice squeaks or anything like that. And her placement now, her voice sounds so much more healthier. It sounds like, you know, it just sounds better. And I'm not saying that her voice before was bad. Same thing with Gabriel. His voice obviously wasn't bad, or I would not have been reacting to him this long as much as I have. But his voice now compared to like his older videos, there's a difference. I don't know if that's just me because that's the kind of stuff that I pay attention to. It's the kind of stuff that I'm, I guess, in tune with or whatever. Or if it's something that his loyal fans have been noticing too. But his voice is different, and that vocal, that chin thing he's doing, like some people have to do that to get a vibrato out or get a certain sound out. And I saw him doing that and I was like, I don't think he's done that before, but it's making his vibrato sound more pronounced, and I really like it. That was a really long explanation of what I noticed originally, which is that. So I'm gonna stop and keep going.
What if we come to? Tell me, will you stay or will you wait away? Each day I've been alone of someone always in control, but at night I come home into the queue. There's nobody there, no one cares for me. Oh, what consists of trying hard to follow your dreams without someone to share with? Tell me, what does it mean to you? I wanna love you, to hold me in your arms and keep me safe and calm. I wanna love you. What if I come to you?
That was pretty.
Will you stay or will you
higher than in the other video. Good job, sir. Sir, can we acknowledge also that when he's doing these songs in his car that he is sitting down? Which, unless you're sitting up and you have like perfect posture, if you're sitting, most people slouch a little bit. Like I used to have really good posture when I was in color guard. I used to drive like sitting up really straight, and I'd drive like this, and people made fun of me. They said I looked too stiff and I needed to chill out whenever I'm driving, and now I started slacking off and while I was driving, and now I have really crappy posture. But anyway, most people when they're sitting in the car, they're slouched a little bit and they're pushing, that pushes right on the diaphragm, and that makes it a little harder to sing, especially if you're trying to sing, you know, like Whitney Houston and sound like a diva in the car. So you have to sit up a little bit more, and that can help. But the best way to sing personally for me is if I'm standing. I can sing some songs if I'm sitting down, but I'm not sure if I can sound like a diva and sit down at the same time. I don't think. I haven't sang in the car in a really long time. I just thought I would point that out. And for those of you who are not singers, sitting down and singing is kind of difficult, and so the fact that he can do all these things and whistle and everything, and he's in the car, he's not like sitting on a stool like in his older videos where he can more or less stand, like he could extend his leg and sort of just like rest on the stool. He's sitting in his car, and he's sitting down and singing like that. Like there's not very many artists who can sound just as good sitting down as they do when they're standing up or, you know, resting on something. But I have nothing else really to say. His voice in this one compared to the old video that I saw from, what was that, 2-3 years ago, his voice does sound a lot different. There's parts that sound the same, but there's certain things that he was doing in the song, like I was talking about how he's doing his vibrato, to me sounds different. I could be wrong, but to me it sounds like his vibrato technique is different. There's some other little thingies that he was doing that were different. I just didn't talk about them at the moment because, you know me, if I start talking, that's when I tend to miss stuff, and I didn't want to keep pausing every 5 seconds. I'll try to keep in mind in future videos of him when he does something different, I'll try to point it out. But I have noticed that there's certain things he's doing differently with his voice. It's possibly a healthier way of singing, and maybe a healthier way of him doing what he's capable of doing, you know, which is hitting his high notes and whistles and stuff. Like at the very beginning, like I said, like those lilts and stuff, they weren't like, they were still really smooth in the old version, but to me it sounded like he did something slightly different with them, and he did more of them, and it still sounded really pretty and smooth, and I just loved it so much. And I think I'm just gonna keep repeating myself if I keep talking, so I'm gonna end this video here. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things, then please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.